Our marriage counselor, Dr. Brennan, told my parents to date other people and spent sessions talking about her own divorce until I started secretly leaving psychology, books around the house, and writing anonymous relationship advice letters. But when my parents told her what I'd done, she filed false reports with my school, saying I had concerning behavioral patterns and tried to have me removed from my home until I documented everything and discovered she'd been destroying families for years while billing insurance for fake sessions. Dr. Brennan showed up to our first family session wearing wrinkled clothes and reeking of cigarettes. She spent half the appointment scrolling through her phone while my parents poured their hearts out. Her first piece of advice was that mom and dad should take a break from each other to find themselves. Even at 13, I recognized this as terrible guidance for a couple trying to save their marriage. Things deteriorated rapidly from there. In the second session, she suggested my parents should start dating other people to appreciate what they had. Are you serious? My dad looked ready to walk out, and mom started crying. Dr. Brennan just shrugged and said, sometimes jealousy reignites passion. After we left, I heard dad tell mom he wanted to stop going, but she insisted they needed professional help. I went to the library that same afternoon and checked out every relationship psychology book I could carry. The following appointment reached new levels of incompetence. Dr. Brennan spent 20 minutes talking about her own messy divorce instead of focusing on my parents. She actually said, marriage is outdated anyway. Most couples are happier apart. Mom and dad sat there looking defeated. She went on to describe her ex-husband's flaws in excruciating detail, then asked my mother, don't you just hate how men leave their socks everywhere? When dad pointed out this seemed unprofessional, she accused him of being defensive. That evening, I found them arguing in the kitchen about whether therapy was making things worse. I knew someone had to intervene. I began leaving strategic books around the house. The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work on Dad's nightstand. Hold Me Tight on Mom's desk. Crucial Conversations in the bathroom. I'd highlight relevant passages with sticky notes. Neither of them knew it was me. They thought the other person was making an effort, which actually helped. Mom would mention something from Dad's book at dinner, and he'd smile, thinking she noticed his supposed effort at self-improvement. At dinner, I'd casually bring up concepts I'd learned. Hey, did you guys know that couples who express gratitude daily are 50% more likely to stay together? I'd pretend I heard it at school. My parents would exchange glances, and sometimes one would thank the other for cooking or picking up groceries. Once I mentioned that my health teacher said couples who laugh together have stronger bonds. Dad immediately told a corny joke and Mom actually giggled. Dr. Brennan's advice grew increasingly destructive. She told Mom that Dad's long work hours meant he didn't care about the family. She told Dad that Mom's emotional needs were excessive. She introduced bizarre exercises like screaming into pillows to release marital rage and suggested they sleep in separate rooms permanently. After one particularly awful session where she had them list each other's worst qualities for 40 minutes straight, my parents came home and had their biggest fight yet. I heard doors slamming and Mom crying in the bathroom. That's when I got bold. I wrote them an anonymous letter, supposedly from a concerned friend, suggesting they try daily check-ins where each person shared one appreciation and one concern without judgment. I slipped it under their door after researching conflict resolution techniques from the Gottman Institute. The letter included specific instructions: speak for no more than 2 minutes each, no interrupting, and always end with a hug. Miraculously, they started doing it. I watched them transform slowly. Instead of Dad coming home and immediately turning on the TV, he'd find Mom and do their check-in. Instead of Mom bottling up frustrations until they exploded, she'd calmly share them during their evening ritual. My little brother asked why they were being so weird, but I just smiled. Meanwhile, Dr. Brennan's sessions became increasingly unhinged. She started each appointment by complaining about her own life,